Greetings, Good Life Nation, and welcome to our Tuesday Night President's Call. Matt Landau.
This is Mark Seaforth here, your founder, and are we excited? This is going to be the best call ever because finally, after a year and a half, we got what we've been looking for. Everything's finished, everything's packaged, everything's ready to go February 1st, and we're going to share it all with you tonight.
Guys, we call this the blueprint because that's exactly what this is. Tonight is the blueprint for success for not just 2018, but for here on out. You know, we were in California last week. We were working with our team and our providers.
I call it the dream team.
The dream team. And we really got in the trenches and really wrestled and figured everything out. And we are so excited to be sharing with you guys everything that we have got in place tonight. Tonight is when we're going to get into it. So,
I can just throw a couple things about their dream team out there and what kind of happened a little bit. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about who these people are and where they've been, their experiences, of course, Christopher Perry, coming from the CEO of Herbalife, developed all international. He's on board with us now. And he told me, this I thought was interesting. He said, Mark, I've been in this industry, my whole life, 40 plus years. He said, I've consulted with every major company out there. He said, I never take an IPO. I never take a distributor. I just don't do that. But by the time we got through talking about everything we're doing and where we're at, what we're building, he said, I got to take a position. I'm an outside consultant, for the company, but I can take a position. Yeah, of course. He said, I am taking a position. That's how good this is.
The level of excitement.
It's just, when you see somebody that has that level of success in this industry and has seen it all.
Yeah.
And he looks at this and goes, this is a home run.
Yeah, and the rest of our team too.
Yeah, there's the team. Rob Baker, the same. He's
guys,
same type of experience.
I want to talk about why this is so exciting and so incredibly important. What we're going to be talking about, and of course, we're going to get into it. So we have plenty of time to get into it. We're also going to touch on the ETA stuff, the Philippines, update, and a few announcements. But really just want to jump into this. And so, Mark doesn't always let me. He always makes fun of me for kind of wearing my legal hat.
I don't make fun of him. I just find it very boring.
All right. Well,
but necessary.
And important, guys. Here's where we are, just because this is really important to take a few minutes to just really kind of touch on where not only we are as a company, but where the industry is at this moment, because there's a unique moment that's happening right now, and if you're not paying attention, then you're going to end up like a lot of these other companies that you've seen in the headlines that have either been hit by the FTC, have had negative
imploded because of it,
or in the process of imploding right now. And guys, like we talk about, we are a legacy company, and we are committed to doing things the right way. Well, so here's what's happened recently. The FTC has actually just come out with their actually a new set of guidelines, kind of regulating the standards of multi-level marketing companies. And really, like I've said, we're a product-centered company. We use a multi-level marketing platform as a way of sharing it because it's the greatest way that ever existed to share a product. And really what they did was they articulated a lot of these things that we all kind of understood in our bones, but they really came out and they said, here are the standards. And when you understand the standards, it really, everything that we're doing, these changes, these kind of foundational pieces that we're putting in place make all the sense in the world.
And the great thing about it, even though we're doing these changes for compliance reasons too, they're actually very beneficial to everybody from a marketing standpoint. So it's not bad, it's actually good.
Well, listen, fundamentally, because I won't bore you with the whole 15-page. I did brief it, and if anybody wants, I'm happy to give you some more specifics and particulars. You know that, but really, to boil it down, what they're talking about and really what they're looking at are you basing your compensation plan on actual sales to real customers? All right. And that's really what it comes down to, actual sales to real customers. And what does that mean? It means, they're looking at what your sales really mean, who is actually consuming this, because they want to see a company that, of course, we have internal consumption. We enjoy using it because we know how great it is. As a lot of great leaders say, you got to be a product of the product. But they want to see something that really is enticing to a retail customer. And so, the things that we've done, that we've put into place, these are the sort of things that really just
they make you a legacy company, and they give you the longevity.
Absolutely. So you look at the decisions, like the Burn Lounge and Vima, we all know about those, and Costco rules and all of that. What the FTC has decided to really say is we're going to look at what your actual retail sales volume is. Okay, so if you're looking at things in terms of, you're bringing in this many distributors, or you're bringing in this many, members, and you're not very clear about if a platinum is a retail customer or is a distributor, that is not going to cut it anymore. We are now in a place where we're going to separate. We've talked a lot about this. Separate the retail products, because there's a number of products that we're going to be sharing
good ones right now,
from the opportunity or the distributor side. And the way we've structured this is so incredibly exciting to me from a compliance guy. The way we structured this is that it just makes absolute sense. So when you're talking about it in terms of, really marketplace demand versus internal consumption, or are you just buying within our little world? And that's not what we're about. That's not, we've got amazing products to share with the world. And so it's about how do we posture ourselves to be able to maximize that and to be able to show that we're that to the regulators, to the people, to the rest of the world. So, I mean, that's really it. Actual sales to real customers. That's an important mindset.
And how you do your qualifications in regards to that. So those are some of the changes we've made, because we looked at it and said, look, we want to be totally compliant. But the beautiful thing is, we were going through with our kind of dream team out there and doing all this, we realized these little tweaks and changes are actually going to be really good for everybody. So we're really excited to share it with you tonight, because all this goes into effect February 1. And can I just say one thing about February 1?
Sure.
Okay. Year and a half. We've been working to make this company something special. I believe in my heart, I think Matt feels the same way. February 1st, we finally got our act together. Everything is as we've always dreamed and wanted it to be. We're going to have an amazing platform. I mean, an amazing platform with just unreal benefits, and more being added all the time. A platform that's going to work consistently day in and day out. A platform that's going to track those VIP cards from the point they get activated to they get used until you get paid, which is going to be a cool thing, because you're going to see it always in your back office. We're going to have a compensation plan that really rewards, and it's going to be the best compensation plan in the industry, and we're not going to be making any more changes to it. That's my promise to everybody for 2018. Through tweaking, through changing, we agreed that when we do this on February 1st, you know what we're going to do after February 1st? Build. We don't have to do anything else. Everything's in place. As a matter of fact, based on that February 1st launch, we're finishing up our new presentation, our new Prezi, as we sometimes call it, and it's going to reflect all the stuff we're talking about. It's going to be available to you on February 1st, so you can start doing one-on-ones, you can start doing group meetings, you can start doing them in the home, you can start doing them any place you want to go, and it's going to be the same story the rest of 2018.
Yep.
The other thing we've done is we've simplified everything, because one of the great things you're going to see tonight is we've actually listened to the field, listened to everything else, also looked at all the things we want to do. We're only just going to have one package, guys. One package. And besides the VIP card, we're going to have one package, which is going to be a platinum subscription.
That's right, guys. So there's your first big one right there. We are going to be just a platinum level subscription. The silver, the gold, that's no more.
Right.
Now, really, when you look at it, you step back and you go, okay, well, why? Well, let's talk about why, and let's talk about what that means, because
well, it's a simple message for everybody, number one, okay, because you don't have to get bogged down trying to decide where a person goes or what they're going to take as a subscription. But secondly, we've been able to load everything into this package now, and we can just keep adding more and more benefits on top of it.
Hey,
and we're going to show all that in just a second.
What did we do with the price?
Oh, well, we actually lowered the price. But we did something else too, and we're going to see that right now. Not only we lowered the price, really, guys, we've also increased the benefits you get. So you can't. It's a win-win for everybody on everything. So can we get in? We should show them the screen
guys.
shares.
What you're going to see is a deeper product value that's easier to share, and you're going to see much more tools that you're going to be able to utilize to share that as a distributor. So when you step back, you look at all this, it's incredibly exciting, guys.
So let's bring up some screen shares here, and we'll kind of talk you through this and let you see what's going on. And again, it's going to make it so much easier for everybody out there to go out and just build and share this message, which is a great message. Okay, let's start here. This is the new starter IBO. Okay, so obviously, I want everybody to start thinking along those lines, and we're really separating very distinctly now, because this is very important. If you get into the business, you're an IBO. Okay, that's the end of the story. You're just an IBO. So this is what everybody pays to become an IBO now, as you're looking at this screen right here. The second thing that happens is if you want to be a subscriber to the product.
Yep.
You don't have to, and that's one of them with a new compliance. You don't have to. But we think most people are going to want to be a product will want to subscribe, because why not? If you're spending $500 to save thousands of dollars, why wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
I mean, it just makes sense. So let's take this step at a time so you can kind of see what's happening. So look at this, if you would, the screen. I'm sure you already are. What you're going to see is a total business cost of $79 and the $9.95 a month. Now, guys, that monthly business fee is real important to us and to you, because we're going to be paying out more. You're going to see we're going to be paying out more in all areas of this company. We've got to make sure we stay healthy and stay in business too. Yep. This fee helps us do that, but it's more than just that. We've added all these additional websites and all this additional cost and all these additional benefits. And if you look down below, yep, you'll see you're now going to have your opportunity website, which is your Good Life website, where you can send somebody for the opportunity. You're going to have a wholesale product website. What's that? That's where you're going to send people that want to, by the way, we're launching a wholesale shopping network. Mm-hmm. They can go and buy anything they want there. They can subscribe and buy the package, the platinum subscription.
This is what we call the retail site. You know,
I call it the wholesale.
You call it the wholesale. Mm-hmm. We call
it's the wholesale.
This is where all of our products that are out there are located. So when you want to share this with somebody who's just interested in the products, they want to know about your subscriptions. They want to know about your, the market mall and wholesale shopping opportunities. They want to know about, what are the other products that
VIP card, whatever. It's all there.
We go with that, and there's no mention of the opportunity of the IBO or any of that sort of thing.
All product driven.
Which
is important. Okay, so now let's keep going here. Hope that's not coming up on the screen. Yeah. All right, the next one, VIP card website. Now you have the VIP card website, which obviously everybody knows what that's all about. You hand out the card, you're gonna be able to go in. You can use your phone app. You can do it on just VIP.GoodLife. You activate somebody. The difference is now everything's working the way it's supposed to. When they activate, you'll see it in your back office. When they book a trip, you're going to see it in your back office. When the commissions are due and payable, you're going to see it in your back office. So that's going to be there for you. Obviously, you continue to get an IBO welcome kit, which is important. You're going to have a back office website, which you've always had. It's just we're going to be adding more management tools in there, more things to make it more robust and make it easier for you to manage and build your business. More content, more resources, more videos. The new presentation we're coming out with. And in addition to that, you also have the 30 digital $2,000 VIP cards per month. So you get that every month. You get, 30 more digital cards every month as part of that $9.95. And here's the beauty too, guys. We're going to be the only company out with no annual renewal fees. Most companies charge you a huge annual renewal fee. And we were going to do that at one time. We started with some of you. By the way, anybody that's already paid it, you're going to get credited towards this $9.95. Okay. So you're not going to get, double charged. If you've already paid that renewal that we charged earlier in the year, at the end of last year, you're going to get a credit towards whatever time you've got left. So the beauty of this is that's what it costs to run your business now. And we're going to give you the tools to go out and make as much money as you want to make. Yeah. And we don't want anybody to ever leave this company ever again with what we're going to have in place. But one more little bonus there, and that is all your existing ideas.
That's right, guys. So when we looked at this, and we wanted to, we arrived at the pricing that we absolutely had to have in order to be able to deliver you guys these tools. But we also appreciate and value you that are out here right now. You that have been with the ride for us from the beginning. So as you see right there, we're grandfathering you all in right now at $6.95.
Yeah, and that's forever, guys. It doesn't change. Now I shouldn't say forever because 2 years from now we might have to change it. Well, hopefully not to. But it's been how we do.
If you think about those of you that have been IBOs, that have been platinum level subscribers have been paying $59.
Right. Well, don't tell him about that. Yeah, that's on the screen coming up. Okay. Don't jump ahead of the story.
Okay.
He's jumping ahead of the whole story.
Thank you so much, guys. It's so exciting.
Here he is. Okay. Let me keep going because he's gonna spill the beans here if I don't get to it pretty fast. All right. So that's the starter IBO, right? Okay. Let's go to the next thing, which we're talking about the new subscription plan now, right? What do you see right off the top there? Okay. The initial enrollment's $299. It has gone up a little bit, but because all these extra things we're going to be talking about in a second, you're going to be getting. But look what the monthly's done. The monthly of Platinum now has gone from $59 to $49.
That's right.
So it's a $10 savings to all of you out there. So really, you're actually ahead of the game because even though you're paying the $6.95, with the $10 reduction here, and what's crazy is we're giving you a reduction on that Platinum side, but we're probably doubling the benefits.
Yeah,
doubling the benefits. And we're going to talk about this in a second. And so you huge savings on your monthly, and you're going to get, in just a minute, you're going to see how much more money you're going to be earning too. Yeah. But look at the benefits, guys. Notice the one at the top. You want to talk about that personal assistant? That's kind of cool.
I'm really so excited to get you to the level of understanding on the benefits that we're at, because it is really, really amazing. I mean, just for example, the personal assistant. So that is a live personal assistant that every membership you're going to get 30 minutes a month of whatever type of personal assistant you need. We're not saying a concierge, not a travel concierge.
No, it's whatever you want. You want to call and say, look, can you give me a reservation at I want to go to a Zagat rated restaurant within 5 miles of me. Can you do that for me? And they'll answer you by your name. Hey, Mr. Jones, we certainly can.
You can call them up and say, I'm bored. It's Saturday. I want to go somewhere. I want to go somewhere with my kids. What should I do? This is a value, guys, of about $99 retail.
Yeah.
that we have built into the
That's
membership.
monthly too, by the way.
Monthly, that's built into your membership, your subscription right now.
Yeah, for $49. For just that one thing.
For $49. And,
Yeah.
and remember, if you were if you were Platinum IBO before, you were paying $59. You're now paying everything all in for about $56.
Yeah.
So you're actually saving money. You're seeing less month to month. And that's just one example of these kind of
New
add-on value add products, aspects of the products.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get into that and to really get into the booking portal and some of the really amazing aspects that we've gotten a lot deeper on. The reward credits, how powerful those are, the scope of deals.
Yeah, just think every time somebody's booking a hotel, every time you're booking it, whatever it is, you're earning reward credits. And this is real cash.
Real cash value.
Besides all the savings that you're getting.
So even no matter what the deal is, you're going to factor in another cash value in those reward credits.
Right.
And you're going to be able to use them for a wide array of things, whether it's hotel booking, cruises, shopping. There's a homes feature on the site now, which is compatible with Airbnb and VRBO, a whole catalog of houses, luxury houses around the world. So if you want to travel that way, you've got that. Our resort condominiums and package trips. I mean, it is so incredibly exciting what the value and what the dimensions of the product are.
And don't forget the marketplace now with our new wholesale shopping network.
Yep.
Now, is that going to launch in February? Is that launching the first week in February? We're pretty close, right?
We're putting the wholesale shopping network in place right now. And what that's going to be are specific products that you're going to be able to order for your personal consumption, that you're going to be able to share with people. But there's a kind of a standard that we have when we're evaluating these products.
Right.
They have to be good life products. They have to make your life better. They have to make you healthier, stronger,
feel
prettier,
good, yeah.
look gooder, look better, gooder.
Gooder. You got to look gooder for good life.
You got to look gooder for good life, guys. So there's going to be an exciting amount of aspects that you're going to be able to take advantage of that are going to make your membership, your subscription that much stronger.
And here's one of the cool things we're going to be able to do with that. We've got the manufacturers already set to do all this. And they said, look, if there's another company out there, a network marketing company that has a really, really hot product, and we know that's the hottest product going right now, guess what we're going to be able to do? We'll be able to duplicate that product, offer it to you, but the difference is you're going to be paying about half the cost that's going to be at wholesale.
Yep.
And still earning back-end commissions. Now, that's going to be pretty cool.
So,
and we've already got 3 or 4 like that right now to start with, but there'll be more. Now, this is only domestic. This is not international. We'll have to do this, kind of country by country. But right now, this is for USA.
And we're going to be working to really increase the array of products and opportunities that we have on the dashboard right there. So really pay attention to that, because this is where you're going to go and see on that dashboard where all of the wonderful aspects of the product line.
Yeah.
You really are. And of course, the Benefit Hub.
Okay.
That we will deliver. The Benefit Hub will be in place by February 1st. I know a lot of people have been excited about that too.
Now, obviously, there's a lot more in here, but we got so much to cover tonight. We can't go on. You just need to start looking at all your benefits, because you're going to have more and more and more benefits, and they're just going to get strong. And again, I love what's happening now with our platform, the way it works so beautifully and flawlessly, and there's always great deals, and it's amazing. I mean, people can actually go out and they book a week somewhere. They can literally save thousands of dollars in one week of bookings, and you've made 50% of whatever that savings is.
When you're sharing this with people, you're going to have to dare them to try to prove that they couldn't get value out of this, because there's just so many ways to do it.
And when you add ETA Global to the mix, which we're going to talk about here at the end, guys, it's not like there's going to be a few 100,000 cards out there. This year, because of ETA Global, there's going to be millions and millions and millions of cards. And I'm not exaggerating. Millions and millions and millions of cards put into circulation. And guess what? You're going to benefit. And we're going to talk about that at the very end of how you benefit. So if you're not sharing the story about good life after tonight, you need to go do something else. And I mean that. You need to go find something else that'll get you excited. Because if what you're seeing tonight doesn't get you excited, there is nothing on this planet that will. And I got more. Let's keep going.
So that's the product.
I'm getting on a roll.
I know.
I'm feeling good.
I'm trying to keep you from getting
Look at
carried away.
You know what my partner does too? Just digress. He gives me a jacket. Hey, Mark, here's your jacket. And he gives it to me. Look at this jacket. You think this is my jacket? It's about 6 inches too short, and I'm wearing it tonight because I don't have anything else. We're found it. I probably got it in a dumpster somewhere. Hey, Mark, put this on. This looks good on you.
You can dress them up, but you can't take them out. What can
All
I
right,
say, guys?
let's keep going. The next slide here. All right, let's go here. What's my deal here?
Go there now.
Let's go. There it is. Okay. Now we're going to talk about is the qualifications. This is what Matt was addressing earlier about the fact that we have to change these things to be compliant, but it's actually worked out to be a real plus for everybody. Because here's what's going to happen. Before, the old qualification you see there, because remember, you had to get 2 golds or platinums to really qualify for pretty much full payout in the compensation plan, right? For everything, from the team tree, legacy tree, all the things you want to make money on, that's what you had to do. We no longer can do that because that's based on recruiting. We can't do that anymore, which is fine. We felt like it wasn't a big deal with us because we had so many ways for people to make money from products. But again, we don't want to have any issues there.
Yep.
So what we've done now is we've created the new qualification, which basically says you must have a monthly, and you see the number, PCV. What's that stand for? Personal commission bond. That means that you do personally. You've got to create at least $50 in PCV in order to qualify. That means it has nothing to do with recruiting anymore whatsoever.
It has to do with actual sales to real customers.
Right. And again, that's what the whole world is going to have to do if they're going to stay in business. It might happen 5 years. It's happening today. It's happening now. And companies are being fined and shut down and imploding because of all it, because they're so entrenched in the way they've done it, because they don't have maybe a product like we've got that the whole world wants and needs and loves. That's the big thing. We've got something everybody loves and wants and needs. So now we got something we can create this excitement over. So here's how it works. So you get PCV is generated, which is basically CV. The only thing I say the word P is it means your personal, what you do yourself, okay? You get that when you have VIP card users. When you have VIP card users, it creates CV for you. When you put in a platinum subscriber, which has nothing to do with an IBO, but when you put in a platinum subscriber, whether he's an IBO or not, that doesn't matter, it's creating CV, okay? Which is kind of cool, and I'll show that in a minute. And we now have the wholesale shopping network. So when you shop that, it creates CV. So there's all the ways it comes from. And here's some examples I just threw up there for you to kind of get an idea. Like say the top one there, if, for example, you were a platinum subscriber yourself, well, that creates 25 personal CV. You can use your own subscription.
Yep.
So that counts 25.
Yep.
Then all you would need is just one new platinum subscriber you enrolled during the month, okay, became an IBO, became a platinum subscriber, or just became a platinum subscriber, either way. That creates another 25. You got your total. You're qualified. Now you're qualified to earn all your compensation.
Yep.
The beauty of this too, folks, is that we ran back and ran the numbers. And for the most part, people are averaging about 20 to 25 in personal CV.
Yep.
With this new program, because of the way we're doing it and all the stuff we're adding, we're pushing it up. So it's really, a lot of you guys, your incomes are going to start doubling immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you start building, it's going to triple and quadruple, and who knows where it's going to go. Here's some other examples. You could do it with VIP cards, 20 CV and cards, shopping, for Premier customers. That's something we're going to be introducing in about 30 days. That's the last thing we're going to add. Sorry, I have to take that out. I wasn't going to talk about that. You got it. The slide. That has nothing to do with, it's not anything you subscribe to. That's just something that's going to happen from the VIP card side. Okay. Then over here, the other side, you get an example of you set up a starter IBO. There's no CV there. You get 2 platinum subscribers. That's 50 CV. So you qualify. Right. Very simple to qualify, guys. My guess is most people, because of what we're doing right now, all the different things we're going to have and the way this thing's going to grow, most of you probably generate 100 personally.
Absolutely.
Every month. And you imagine your whole organization doing that, your checks just went up 4 times. Mm-hmm. So, and that's without growth. So with growth, you can imagine what's going to happen.
What I love about this is it really promotes going out and generating retail purchases.
Yep.
So yes, there is an allotment for your own personal usage because that matters. But there's also but the focus is towards that retail customer. They're the real customer that they kind of defined in the standards. And this absolutely gives you so many different avenues to be able to go out and do that and build that CV in so many different ways.
Oh, you want to mention? This is important. By the way, you don't have to meet these new qualifications. They don't become the standard until May 1st. So you have May 1st. Obviously you're going to meet it anyway, but you have till May 1st until it becomes the standard moving forward that everybody has to go by. So you still got, January, February, March.
Three months to kind of get your legs. And
yeah, but you won't need it. Nobody's going to need it. So, all right. So that's that. Now, this is the last thing I want to show you. What we wanted to show you is what happens now when somebody, remember, we got one subscription level, platinum. They pay $2.99. Here's what actually happens. Now, this was the way we currently pay the quick pay. It's $100, $25, $25, $25, and $35, right? Well, because of the compliance and all the new changes and stuff, we've changed all this. But this is actually a very good plus for everybody. Because now, the new quick pays, you still get the $100 there. So when you put somebody in, you're still getting $100. But you are also getting $25 personal CV. What does that mean? That helps you qualify for your 50. You're halfway to qualify because you get that. Now, what that means is that PCV there you see is then paid up line. So think about this, guys. All of a sudden, you now got your entire organization everybody that you got in your entire organization, when they first enroll, okay, and they're going to, because they weren't creating this before, they weren't creating this extra $25 in PCV, they weren't creating any CV at all. Now, all these new enrollment, everybody you have in your tower when they work is creating $25 in CV that's paid upline to you guys. So this is going to also be another source of income that's going to happen. Now, obviously, to make this happen, you see what we did here. We didn't take anything away. We just had to reduce these numbers by the equivalent amount to make this 25 happen. But again, what this does, it makes us compliant, makes it easier for you guys to qualify, and it creates upline commissions. And now the month.
What about that?
That's the big one. That's a big one, okay? So this is pretty cool on that part. But look what happens over here on this side. This is what I love. On the monthly, this is what it is right now, $59.95, right, to be a platinum. Okay, you got $30 in CV was created to be paid, and there was no monthly residual. In other words, you didn't get anything on all these people that you personally enrolled on a monthly basis. Again, part of compliance and everything. Our new monthly subscription, we dropped it $10. Now that's what I love. We just the benefits doubled, probably tripled, and we'll triple if they haven't. We've dropped the actual cost of the subscription. Okay, the CV only dropped $5 to $25, but look what happens over here. You're now getting a $5 monthly residual. It's every month on every subscriber that you have personally enrolled. So a lot of you have been big time enrollers. So now that's going to that's just money that just keeps coming every month, but everybody's paying less. Now, one of the rationales for doing all this too is we realized that we've got to have a lot of platinum subscribers out there, and we wanted to make sure we had a value at $299 and $49 a month that we could attract the masses. And guys, with the new benefit package we have and the marketing tools we're going to be providing you to really show what we have and what we're offering, this is a $10,000 package.
Easily.
It's literally a $10,000 package for $299.49. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
Nobody can compete with it. And so you guys are going to make money like crazy with this. Again, what we've really done is lowered everything, but increased your payouts. And kind of, if you sum it all, that's what's actually happened. So this is exciting stuff. We're going to get out of the screen share right now and come back.
And just before you, John, and that's what makes me so excited about this, because it all makes such sense. We've deepened the value of the product, and we've given you better payouts.
Yeah.
So not only have we made it a better product to share, we've given you more reasons to share it, and more ways to share it, and more money to make when you do that.
When we were doing the screen share, when I was doing that on the screen share, I was talking about my short coat, but we weren't really, we're on screen share. They didn't see
Go
it.
ahead.
Okay. So you see what I'm dealing with here? I'm sitting there. Of course, I didn't realize I was on screen share, but look at this. This is what you got me wearing, folks.
65-year-old man. What do you want me to do with that?
Hey, I'm 45. Don't ever say I'm 65.
You've gotten younger looking.
Whiz, man.
For those of you that have been around from the beginning, you've gotten younger looking, and I've gotten older looking.
Yeah,
a vampire.
I wonder how that happens.
He's a vampire. That's the only conclusion I can come up with.
All right, let's get back to work here. Okay,
back
cool
focus,
stuff.
guys. So, these are incredibly exciting aspects that we've been able to dial in on. They are there. We're going to be hitting those marks come February 1st. These are all going to be in place. We're going to be rolling out materials for you to share, to be able to share it and understand it and comprehend it. There'll be a lot of training, a lot of that events, in that time as well. So let's shift gears a little bit.
Yeah, that's all good stuff.
Because there's a lot of other really exciting things that have been going on as well.
All right.
So we talked about ETA, and first of all, to all of you 276 that went to the training on Saturday.
Congratulations!
It was I was there the whole time. It was amazing, so informative, so professional. It really represented everything that ETA is set out to be. And so, thanks to Mike and Steve and Bill and Ann for their tireless efforts to get to that point. Just the beginning, though, incredibly exciting to kind of witness that history. Yeah. And the feedback has been incredibly positive. And what we're going to be doing, obviously, as it continues to go, is to support it. We're a separate, standalone company. That's the whole point of this, guys.
Right.
This is for those leads and those verticals that really weren't realistically presentable. You weren't going to get at them from the Good Life side necessarily. Yeah. So the large corporations, the nonprofits that just don't want to have that MLM tied to them, the charities and the churches and all of that, all of these wonderful organizations. This is just another way to share it with them. And so there was a lot of that excitement and a lot of that knowledge that was being imparted from the ETA side. But of course, from the Good Life side, everybody wanted to know how does that flow back to us?
Right.
And so that's the ETA does their thing. The referrals come in this way, and it's up to us to share that with
Yeah,
you
think
guys.
about it, because we basically, it's a company that we do control, obviously, here at Good Life, but it is a separate entity.
Subsidiary, yeah.
And so what happens when you're over there, once you go through that class, you're actually working for ETA, you get that referral. You get that 10% referral, even though you're from the IBO. So you get that 10% referral, which goes to you on these major corporate accounts. Then on top of that, which is real important, is the fact that if you become an account manager, you get another 10%,
Yep.
which is huge, because you're talking about some of these clients are, ridiculous. We're talking about millions and millions of possible, customers and employees. And it's just really wild. I mean, this is going to be something amazing for Good Life, because the third thing that happens is we're taking 10% of all that money that's created from the VIP card savings that comes back. We're taking 10% of that, and that comes over here to be put into CV, into our program here.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, think about it. We've got these companies that literally have hundreds of thousands of employees, millions of customers, and they've lined up to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just us now getting out there and actually, putting these things to bed. But the money is going to generate back to you guys. That's why anybody you've got out there that's been sitting on the sidelines or been upset about whatever didn't happen, tell them to put on their big boy pants, step up to the plate, and realize they've got an unbelievable opportunity. And we thank them for staying, even with that. But now, just like with everything we said as of February 1st, there is no excuses for anybody not to go out there and just slay this. I mean, you've got the best opportunity in America.
Yep.
I believe that.
So let me just step back and just recap it, because I know there was a lot of questions, and so I want it to be as clear as possible. There's the VIP cards or the ETA version of the cards,
right,
that generates revenue that flows back, and then there's the subscriptions that are marketed to the employees of companies.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have both of those verticals, and both of those are ways in which the referring IBO and the upline in the company and Good Life benefits.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about from the VIP card side, the 10% and the 10%, and then the 10% coming back in CV. And then we decided we're going to split that CV up, right? So we want to make sure, and we're going to split that between the team tree. But importantly, we decided we want to let that flow into the legacy tree as well.
75-25.
So 75% of that CV is going to go into the team tree of your organization, but 25% of those revenues are going to go to that legacy tree. And how amazing is that? So that's what I love about all the different trees that we have and different compensation structures we have. And this is the one that benefits everybody. The little guy, the big builder, somebody in another country. This is what really gets me excited about the idea that everybody can really benefit as we all grow. So as ETA grows, so do we, and so does that legacy tree. And I think that's just so exciting.
And then when you add the Philippines on top of that, what is that going to do to the legacy tree? Since you mentioned it, because that's happening in February too.
Yep.
Now, I guess we should cover a little bit about, because I've had a lot of questions about the pre-registration.
So let's talk about, so on the subscription side, we're still dialing in on that price, that subscription price on the ETA. Just want to finish it up.
Okay.
And it's going to be a scaled price. It's going to depend on the size of the organization, the amount of employees. It's not going to be competitive or impinge in any way with what Good Life does, because it's a separate and distinct entity, and it's a separate and distinct product too. So, this is a different animal altogether. But as that comes in, of the percentage that comes in back, we're going to then cut it up, and we're going to split it amongst the referring IBO, portion to the account manager, and then a portion goes in CV, and that CV will flow the same way.
Right.
So give you a little bit of just an asterisk on that. We'll get that filled in the coming days. We're still dialing in on the price there, but hopefully that gives you guys some clarity.
So again, just put that in the bank. You got ETA now officially launching and everything in place. And last time I checked, I was talking with I think it was Bill and Ann. We're talking about, I think they had like 12 major corps that they think are just ready to go right now, and probably another 45 or 50 that
and this is all about the training, guys. It's all about really learning how to refine those leads and really how to bring those leads in so they're going to be lifelong leads. Think about those accounts they're going to be around a long time, generating income for a very long time.
I mentioned that this gentleman came here today as an example. Okay. And, this guy is really a brilliant man. I really enjoyed spending the time with him today. And he's a guy that's actually worked with the Chief Joints of Staff now. He's involved in all working with all the first responders and all the veteran programs. He was a direct aide to Reagan during his administration and helped him with all this statistical analysis type of thing. Very bright man. But he's now involved in this. And he said, Mark, we can literally go out and tap about 200 million people right now with this program. And we're
Staggered.
actually putting together a program to do that. Now, again, that's huge numbers. But the fact that that's just one example of what's possible, and it's just crazy.
Yep.
It's just, and you guys got a whole benefit. That's why I beg you. You've got these people that, and I mean, I'm telling this from the heart. You got people that got in the business and left for whatever reason, and we get it. We know why they left. You got to get them back. You get them to listen to this. Tell them to take a look at it. They're only getting one chance to ever be sitting here at the foundation. They're still at the foundation right now. That's not going to be the story in 12 months. This thing's going to be exploding all across the United States, all across the world. But they still got a chance to be there. They just got to get back involved and say, you got to reignite them. I hate to lose anybody. It bothers me. Yeah. And I know it was our fault. I take responsibility. We both take responsibility. It bothered us when we lost some people because we just couldn't get it right. But I can look at you right now and say, we got it right. Yeah, we've got everything that we've always talked about. It's there. It's done. And it's just these fine little things we're putting in place. And come February 1st, this presentation, you're going to have the story, the messaging. It can't get any better.
Well, let me give you some more information. Okay.
I'm not excited.
So before we get off the ETA, the next training is February 3rd. So it's another Saturday. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And so we want as many people to get involved and sign up and take that opportunity to train and become really get a part of what ETA is all about. So the gang is getting geared up for the 3rd of February on a Saturday, same time. So they'll be getting some information about that. Let's talk about the Philippines.
Yeah, and we only got a few more minutes because we got an advisory board call to do too. Oh, yeah. So we got to roll. So this is also good.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up. Okay.
All right. So guys, here's where we are with the Philippines. Again, any one of these things by itself is incredibly exciting. Yeah. Let alone all this together at once. So there's a lot to take in. But here's where we are with the Philippines. We are ever so close. We've got the deadline. We actually we inched the deadline to close the pre-registration by another 10 days. Mm-hmm. So here's how it's going to work. The pre-registration is going to end on February 10th. All right, February 10th. So anybody that wants to get in over in the Philippines, that is going to be a builder.
They can go in now, but remember that if you know somebody in the Philippines, you give them your IBO number. They go and sign up, pre-register in the Philippines. But if you're here and you don't know anybody, you can't pre-register yet. You don't do that.
Well, I'm going to tell you how this is going to work. So on the 10th, we're going to formally end the registration process. Mm-hmm. The 11th through the 20th, that's going to be the take payment period. So all of those pre-registrants at that point are going to be it's time for them to actually put their money where their mouth is and join up. But here's what
I don't think there's going to be a problem there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're all going to come pouring in. And here is where you get involved. So we've talked about you getting involved and pre-registering yourself. Well, here's how it's going to work. In that period, from the 11th to the 20th, you're going to have a chance to purchase the international licensing fee that we've talked about. And that international licensing fee, which is going to be $59, it allows you to get into the queue to enter the genealogy in the Philippines. And there's two ways to do it, and Mark will explain that in a second. But the way that's going to work, I just want so you know how you're going to be made aware of it. In that period, we're going to put in your dashboard a button, and you're going to be able to go and click that button to it'll say purchase international fee right here. So during that period of time, you'll see that button appear, and we'll put in our emails and keep you aware of that. And that's where you're going to be able to go and qualify to get into the Philippines. And you're going to want to do it because it's going to be incredibly exciting. There's two ways to do it. I'll tell them in 1 second. I just want to get the rest of the dates out. So then from the 21st through the 25th of February, we're going to actually configure the genealogy. So everybody that's paid, everybody that's on board, everybody that's qualified in, we're going to take those 5 days and we're going to actually construct it and make sure everything is where it needs to be. We're going to check it and recheck it and check it again. And then on the 26th, we're going live. Yeah. So we'll be open to the public, guys.
And in the Philippines.
In the Philippines.
And that's just the start of a whole Asian expansion and all of our global expansion. So this is just the starting point. So how do you do it? Okay, there's two simple ways. Like we said, after this date on the what did you say? It was the 10th? I want to make sure I did.
Yeah.
Okay. On the 10th, when everything closes. Okay. At that point, we actually do this, like we said, where you go in, and if you want to be part, you go ahead, you go to the back office, click, boom, you're done, you're in. Now, if you don't know anybody in the Philippines, what happens is you're in the queue, but you don't go into the genealogy until you meet the qualifications here. Now, the qualifications here are a little bit different. We're actually setting those up, and we'll give those to you. It's very simple. But what's cool about this, and this is one of the things that really excited Christopher Perry, is in most, companies out there that have an opportunity to go to another country, the only way you can go is if you know somebody in that country. And that is one of the ways you can do it. If you know somebody in the Philippines, obviously they take your ID number, they enroll in the Philippines, you're in there. That's how you get in that way. Okay. And now you have a genealogy built in the Philippines. But what if you don't know somebody in that particular country like the Philippines? Well, the rest of the industry out there means you don't go. You don't get to have an international market. Here, we're doing something different. Even if you don't know anybody, you can go in, you can pay that one-time international fee there for that country. You're automatically placed in the queue. The moment you meet the criteria in the United States, whatever that criteria, it's going to be pretty simple. Like maybe it's 2 to 3 people, whatever it ends up being, or maybe it's based on PCB. We're still looking at how it's going to be. But here's the thing: you're building in the United States, so it's enhancing your business here, growing your business here, making more money. But it also does a double qualifier because it qualifies you then to be put into the tree in the Philippines and earn CV in the Philippines. Which is really
so. There you are in the Philippines.
Yeah.
You're strengthening your organization here, and you're getting a part of.
No one's ever done this. I mean, this is the first, guys. So again, I think we're between this industry changing compensation plan, these things, we're kind of carving a new path for everybody. And everybody will be copying us. We know that. That's
fine. But they won't do it better than us.
Yeah, they won't. They won't work as hard as we will.
So, all right, guys, a few announcements. That's it.
Yeah,
We're not giving it any more.
Yeah, we're just a few announcements here.
A couple quick announcements. So we are going to be having an event in Atlanta on Saturday the 17th. Saturday the 17th. Mark your calendars. This is going to be exciting because obviously with all of these amazing new announcements and all these new aspects, we're excited to get up on stage and really share it and really, present it and let you guys be a part of kind of that and get that energy in those live events. It's spectacular. So we're going to be announcing the location, but it will be in the Atlanta area on the 17th. And that is a set deal. We're already dialed in on that date. So Atlanta, look out for that. Our promotions, we are still doing our promotions. So we have our top 15 for that legacy tree. That's going through the end of the month. Remember, we had changed the qualifiers when we moved out the silver. We went from the point system, from that specific point system to a 50-point system, 20 points from your first tier that you can accumulate, and then 30 points from your downline that gets you qualified. And
3 for platinums and 2 for golds, right?
2 for golds, yeah. And so, whoever gets the most, they're going to get the right to sit in that spot. And I think this is a few months you're going to really want those positions. Those are going to be really.
Yeah, it's going to be wild here this coming year.
Really, really coveted spots. We want you back promotion. We're going to run that to the end of this month again. Anybody that backed out.
We talked about go use the trip to get them in. Just say, guys, take this what we did tonight. This report. It's going to be in your back office. Take it. Get some of your old people. Say, just take a few minutes. Look at this. And then understand you can get this once you're back promotion.
Yep.
There's no reason not for them to come back. It's just too good.
So all of the Cancun trip promotions that we have, those are continuing to go to the end of the month. And so, guys, we've never made it easier to have you be a part of this. We're excited to bring everybody back who was gracious enough to be here.
But we're also going to go take the world by storm.
It's time to go take the world by storm.
Get it. And we're not waiting on anybody, so we're going, and we're going fast. I mean, there's some things that are in the works right now. I mean, there's a gentleman that I just talked to the last few days. I'm not going to actually announce his name tonight because I want to make sure it's okay with him when I do. I think he's already said it's okay. I don't want to, but he's an NBA legend, big name, a really big name in the NBA. And he literally, when he saw this for the first time, went ballistic. He said, "This is the best opportunity I have ever seen." Between the VIP card, what you guys are offering, he said, there's nothing like this. Nothing like this. And he said, I'm so excited. I got to be a part of this. I'll stand up on stage and shout it to the masses of what an opportunity this is going to be for the world. Absolutely. And here's a guy that's been unbelievably successful his entire life.
We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Hey, real quick, guys. For those of you, the app, we had a little issue with the app. Want to make sure we just get this out there. Okay. The activation app. Anybody that has it that hasn't run an update or has an old version, so if they downloaded it back in November when we rolled it out, we need you to go ahead and delete it and then reinstall it. Because what happened was we added the 2000 card imagery and language.
Yeah, if you don't see that 2000 card, you got the wrong one.
If you don't see the images of both cards, then you don't have the most current version of the app.
And you
want to make sure that you have the most current version of the app. So easy enough to do, just delete it and reload it. And that should be a quick and easy fix. I just wanted to get that out. I am
we did it.
We did it. You did it.
Hey guys, we appreciate you being here tonight. This is going to be, like I said, the most fun, the most exciting 2018 for all of us. And I just think we're gonna make history this year.
Yep, absolutely. All right, guys. So thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. Hope you have a great week. Take care and God bless. Good night.
Good night, everybody.